Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Unbelievable day today. Uh, just takes my breath away. Let's talk about it. First of all, I'm showing you the Dow, which shows absolutely nothing, and which just goes to show the Dow doesn't have much to do with our trading. It blipped up a little here, pulled back, ends up closing up 25 points. So there's nothing there at all to write home about with respect to the Dow. Uh, what did happen is we had possibly pretty close to our best overall equity day that I can remember. Now, it's possible last year in March we had a day where we made more money, but today just about topped it out. We had 19 positions coming in. We closed out 18 of those positions and carried one, and we closed those 18 positions out with positive $85,000. And if we hadn't carried that one single position into our open positions today, we would have had well over $100,000, and that would have topped where our open trade equity was yesterday. So we didn't give anything back, but we did close out 85,000. We got into 22 new positions plus the carryover, so we had 23 positions. 18 are positive, only 5 negative, and drumroll, we're carrying positive $103,000 in open trade equity going into tomorrow. So you put the closed out with the open trade, and we're looking at pretty close to a $190,000 day. And I just don't think, I can't remember when we had a day like that. Anyway, it's spectacular, absolutely spectacular. And you may ask, well, what's going on? I'm going to answer that question a couple more times here, and I'm going to give you in a second a rumor regarding what might be going on. Okay? So let's look at three stocks. I could show you stocks all day long. I mean, everything was good today. It was just a blinding green screen that I was looking at all today. Everything we got into, you would have thought this June portfolio came from heaven the way it was trading today. Just nothing went wrong. But I'm only going to show you three stocks, but just keep in mind I could show you many, many more. This first one, and in spite of the fact this being a spectacular day, this stock I'm showing you is a little bit bittersweet, and I will explain to you about this. This is WPG, which is Washington Prime Group Incorporated. This just came out of the blue yesterday. We had bought this on Monday, basically closed neutral, might have been up or down a couple $100. That was about it. And then yesterday, this thing just explodes, just out of nowhere. And that's what happens with these stocks. You think you're holding something, you don't pay attention to it, and suddenly it's just eclipsing everything else you do. That's what happened with Washington Prime Group Incorporated. When it gets up here to the very top here, it's up about $110,000. It's $110,000 on a single stock. And then it starts to slide, and it slid a little more before we got out. So we got out of this with positive $54,000 today. Now, $54,000 is a lot of enchiladas, but considering that this fell from about 110,000 or so, anyway, we can safely say that this thing pulled back $50,000. And you know, we got to do a lot of trading of our smaller stocks to make $50,000, and this all happened in about 4 hours trading time. So, yeah, that's disappointing, but I'm still happy to have a $54,000 trade. Don't know what to say. But wait a minute, it gets better than that. After we got out today, it does start creeping up. Pretty slow, but it definitely did gain some ground here. But here's the kicker. In the aftermarket today, this thing popped up almost back up to these highs over here. In other words, if somehow we could have had a crystal ball and exited this thing in the aftermarket today, we could have just about got that $50,000 back, if you can believe that. Now, it has pulled back from that. It hasn't pulled back. It's still where it's pulled back. It's way above where we got out here. But, you know, well, what's going on? Well, don't tell anybody I said this, but I've heard a rumor. And the rumor is the hedge fund managers are finally being raped. And what we're seeing here is the blood and guts of the implosion of the hedge fund managers' hold on these stocks. And if that is true, dear folks, we're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to tell you. We're going to see more days like this. Don't know if this is true, but it makes sense. I mean, we just went from the worst possible markets possible just, 2 weeks ago to the best markets possible today. So I'm just hoping we'll see more of this. Let's look at a couple other good ones today. I mean, as I say, I can't show you all of them. Okay, this looks just like another trade, doesn't it? This is AMC Entertainment Holdings, and they're killing the hedge fund managers in this one. We just had a $25,000 trade with this. Okay, this morning this thing pops up. We buy it just as soon as we can. It keeps going and going, and it closes here. And what does it close at? We're up $34,000 in AMC Entertainment Holdings. Yeah. And this is on top of a $25,000 trade we had just a couple days ago. And then there was another big one just before that. AMC has been just cranking out the cheddar for us. Unbelievable. Great stock. And as I say, they are killing the hedge fund managers in this stock. Okay, and I'll show you one last one that you won't hear too much about. Oh, let's see. I got to do something here. This is UONE, which is Urban One Incorporated. And this thing came up on my radar a few months ago, and I put it in our portfolio. It did absolutely nothing. We lost money in it. And I took it out, then I put it back in, came up on the radar again. Nothing again. So it came up on the radar one more time for June, and 3 times a charm, because this thing's been making money for us from the second I put it in the portfolio. Anyway, yesterday had a little pop here. We got into it. It did close profitably here, but then just exploded here, and we were up over $30,000 here in Urban One Incorporated up here. It pulled back again. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're still holding positive $21,000 on the close in Urban One. So, yeah, I'm sure we're going to make some good money in that, but I just wish you'd get back up here. I'd like to take 30,000 out of Urban One. We'll just have to be patient and wait and see. But this stock is cooking with gas, along with AMC and WPG and all these other great stocks in the June portfolio that we are trading. Anyway, just a fantastic day. Trader Bob is on top of the world and really believes this time around might be better than ever. Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.